Money has always been more than coins, notes, or numbers on a screen. It represents effort, discipline, responsibility, and choice. Chanakya, the ancient Indian strategist and teacher, understood that wealth could build a strong life, but only when guided by wisdom. He warned against greed, waste, laziness, careless borrowing, and blind trust. At the same time, he encouraged planning, learning, saving, investing effort, and using wealth for stability and service. In this video, we will explore Chanakya's timeless advice on money and wealth and see how his teachings can help us make better financial decisions in modern life.
Consider how these elements intertwine. Your assets can support both your family and the wider community.
It's about mindful distribution.
Chanakya understood the power of wealth. He knew that money could protect a family, support education, strengthen a kingdom, and create opportunities. But he also warned that money becomes dangerous when it controls the mind. In modern life, many people chase wealth without asking why they want it. They compare their lifestyle with others, buy things to impress, and measure success only through income or possessions. Chanakya would remind us that money is valuable, but it is not the purpose of life. Money should serve your goals. It should give you stability, dignity, freedom, and the ability to help others. When money becomes your servant, it improves life. When money becomes your master, it creates anxiety, greed, and endless dissatisfaction. The first lesson is simple. Earn money, respect money, but do not worship money. Chanakya believed that success does not come from luck alone. Wealth is built by discipline, effort, and self-control. A person who cannot control small expenses will struggle to manage large income. A person who spends impulsively will always feel short of money, even after earning more. In today's world, spending has become easier than ever. One click can buy something. One advertisement can create desire. One comparison on social media can make us feel that we need more. Chanakya's wisdom asks us to pause. Before spending, ask, is this necessary? Does it improve my life? Can I afford it without stress? Am I buying it for value or only for appearance? Discipline with money does not mean living miserably. It means choosing wisely. It means enjoying life without becoming careless. Wealth begins when desire is guided by judgment. One of Chanakya's practical lessons is that money should be earned through effort before it is spent. A person who spends beyond their means weakens their future. Today, credit cards, loans, and easy payment schemes can create the illusion of wealth. We can buy now and worry later. But debt without purpose becomes a chain. It takes away peace and limits future choices. Chanakya would not reject borrowing completely. Borrowing for productive purposes, such as education, business, or an asset that creates value, can be sensible. But borrowing for ego, luxury, or temporary pleasure can become dangerous. Before taking a loan, ask, will this create future value? Can I repay it comfortably? Am I borrowing for growth or for display? Wealth grows when income leads spending, not when spending chases income. Chanakya was a realist. He understood that life is uncertain. Good times do not last forever, and difficult times can arrive without warning. This is why saving is not just a financial habit. It is a form of protection. A person with savings can face emergencies with dignity. A family with savings can handle illness, job loss, travel needs, or unexpected expenses without panic. Savings give the mind space to think clearly. In modern terms, this means building an emergency fund. It means keeping aside money before spending on luxuries. It means understanding that the future deserves attention, not just the present. Saving is not a sign of fear. It is a sign of wisdom. Chanakya would say that the wise person prepares before danger arrives. The unprepared person only reacts after trouble begins. Chanakya warned against showmanship. Wealth used only to impress others quickly loses its value. A person who spends to appear rich may become poor in reality. This lesson is especially relevant today. Lifestyle pressure is everywhere. People feel compelled to upgrade phones, cars, clothes, interiors, vacations, and social images. But public display can quietly damage private stability. Chanakya would ask us to separate dignity from show. A dignified life is built on self-respect, good conduct, reliable work, and wise choices. Show depends on the approval of others. Dignity depends on inner strength. Spend on what improves your life. Spend on health, learning, useful tools, family needs, and meaningful experiences. But be careful with spending that exists only to impress people who may not even care. True wealth is not noise. It is quiet strength. For Chanakya, knowledge was one of the greatest forms of wealth. Money can be lost, stolen, wasted, or reduced. But knowledge, skill, and judgment can help a person rebuild again and again. In the modern world, this lesson is powerful. Your ability to earn depends not only on money, but on what you know, what you can do, and how well you adapt. Skills create income. Learning creates opportunities. Wisdom prevents mistakes. Investing in knowledge may mean reading, taking courses, learning technology, improving communication, understanding finance, or developing a craft. It may also mean learning from mentors, experience, and failure. Chanakya would remind us that a person who invests only in possessions may become dependent on circumstances, but a person who invests in knowledge carries wealth within. Knowledge is portable wealth. Skill is active wealth. Wisdom is protective wealth. Chanakya gave great importance to the company we keep. Friends, advisors, partners, and associates influence our thinking, habits, and decisions. This includes money decisions. If you spend time with people who are careless, wasteful, dishonest, or always chasing appearance, you may slowly adopt the same habits. If you surround yourself with disciplined, thoughtful, and hardworking people, their attitude can strengthen your own. In financial life, bad company can lead to bad investments, unnecessary spending, risky schemes, and emotional decisions. Wise company can encourage patience, planning, learning, and long-term thinking. This does not mean judging people only by wealth. It means observing character. Are they honest? Are they responsible? Do they respect effort? Do they think before acting? Chanakya would say, protect your mind from foolish influence. Wealth can be lost not only by bad choices, but also by bad advice. Chanakya understood human weakness. Greed makes people blind. When someone wants wealth too quickly, they become easy to deceive. Today, quick rich schemes appear in many forms. Unrealistic investment promises, gambling-like speculation, fake business opportunities, emotional sales pitches, and social media claims of instant success. Chanakya would ask us to examine such promises carefully. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably needs deeper investigation. Wealth built without effort, knowledge, patience, or risk awareness is rarely stable. Greed says, I want more immediately. Wisdom says, I want to understand before I act. A wise person does not reject opportunity, but studies it. They ask questions. They check facts. They do not hand over money because of excitement, fear of missing out, or pressure from others. Greed can lose in one moment what discipline built over many years. Chanakya believed in preparation and strategy. A kingdom should not depend on only one source of strength. Similarly, a person should not depend entirely on one fragile source of income or security. In modern life, this does not always mean starting many businesses. It may mean building skills that can support you in more than one way. It may mean saving, investing wisely, creating a small side income, building professional networks, or developing assets over time. The goal is resilience. If one source weakens, another can support you. If one opportunity ends, another path may open. But this must be done wisely. Trying to do too many things without focus can create confusion. Chanakya would advise balance. Strengthen your main work first, then gradually build additional pillars. Wealth is safer when it rests on more than one support. Earning money is difficult. Losing it can be easy. Chanakya would remind us that protecting wealth is as important as creating it. Carelessness can appear in many ways: not keeping records, ignoring taxes, trusting the wrong people, signing documents without reading, sharing financial information casually, or making decisions without understanding risk. In modern life, financial protection also includes digital safety. Strong passwords, secure banking habits, careful online shopping, and awareness of scams are part of wealth protection. A wise person does not live in fear, but they do not live blindly either. They verify, they document, they review, they protect. Money saved from avoidable loss is also a form of earning. Chanakya's advice is clear: do not let negligence destroy what effort has built. Chanakya was strategic, but he also understood the importance of trust. Wealth earned through dishonesty carries hidden danger. It may bring quick gain, but it destroys reputation, relationships, and peace of mind. In business, career, or personal life, trust is a powerful asset. People return to those who are reliable. Customers respect honest value. Partners prefer transparency. Employers and clients trust people who keep their word. Dishonest wealth is unstable because it depends on deception. Honest wealth may grow slowly, but it builds strength beneath the surface. This does not mean being naive. Chanakya was never naive. He believed in intelligence, negotiation, and strategy. But strategy without ethics can become self-destruction. Earn with skill, negotiate wisely, protect your interests, but do not build your future on dishonesty. For Chanakya, wealth was not only personal, it had social responsibility. A ruler needed wealth to protect the kingdom, support people, build systems, and maintain order. Similarly, individuals should use wealth responsibly. Money should support family needs, education, health, dignity, and meaningful contribution. Wealth used only for selfish pleasure can shrink the heart. Wealth used wisely can create stability for many people. Modern financial wisdom often focuses on earning and investing. But Chanakya would also ask, what kind of person are you becoming through your wealth? Are you becoming generous, stable, and responsible? Or anxious, greedy, and proud? Giving does not mean careless charity. It means thoughtful support. Help where help matters. Support learning. Support family responsibly. Use your resources to strengthen life around you. The highest use of wealth is not display. It is constructive impact. Chanakya was a master planner. He knew that action without planning can waste resources. This applies strongly to money. Before making a financial decision, pause and plan. Before starting a business, understand the market. Before investing, understand the risk. Before buying property, study the cost. Before changing careers, prepare your skills and savings. A plan does not guarantee success, but it reduces avoidable mistakes. Planning helps us see the difference between hope and reality. It allows us to prepare for both success and difficulty. Many people make money decisions emotionally. They invest because others are investing. They buy because others are buying. They start something because it looks exciting. Chanakya would advise clear thinking before action. A thoughtful plan is like a lamp in a dark path. It does not remove every obstacle, but it helps you see where to step. Some people spend everything in the present. Others become so fearful that they never enjoy life. Chanakya's wisdom suggests balance. Money should help us live well today, but not at the cost of tomorrow. It should support comfort, family, learning, health, and joy. but it should also protect the future. This balance requires conscious choices. Spend on what truly matters, save for what may come, invest in what can grow. Avoid spending simply because money is available. In modern life, this means creating a thoughtful budget. Not a harsh budget that makes life unpleasant, but a clear one that gives direction. A good budget gives every rupee a purpose. Chanakya would appreciate this kind of order. Wealth without order leaks away. Wealth with order becomes strength. Chanakya understood that great results take time. A tree does not bear fruit the day it is planted. Wealth also grows through patience. Many people become discouraged because they do not see quick results. They save for a few months and feel it is too little. They learn a skill and expect immediate income. They invest and expect instant growth. But slow progress is still progress. Small amounts saved regularly become meaningful. Skills practiced consistently become valuable. Wise investments held patiently can grow. Relationships built over time can create opportunity. Patience does not mean doing nothing. It means continuing the right actions long enough for results to appear. Chanakya would say that impatience is costly. It makes people abandon good plans, chase risky shortcuts, or spend what they should preserve. True wealth is often quiet in the beginning. It grows beneath the surface. Chanakya's advice on money and wealth is not limited to ancient kingdoms. It speaks directly to modern life. Earn with effort. Spend with discipline. Save for uncertainty. Invest in knowledge. Avoid greed. Choose your company wisely. Protect what you build. Use wealth responsibly. Plan before acting. And remember that money is a tool, not the master of your life. The goal is not merely to become rich. The goal is to become wise, stable, capable, and useful. Wealth without wisdom can create fear, pride, and restlessness. But wealth guided by wisdom can create freedom, confidence, and service. Chanakya's message is timeless. The person who controls desire, respects effort, plans carefully, and acts with discipline can build a life of strength. In the end, true wealth is not only what you possess, it is what you can protect, grow, use wisely, and share meaningfully. Chanakya's teachings remind us that wealth is not built by income alone. It is built by discipline, patience, clear judgment, and wise use of resources. Money can support a good life, but only when we control our desires, plan carefully, avoid greed, protect what we earn, and invest in knowledge. In modern life, these lessons are more relevant than ever. Whether we are managing a household, building a career, starting a business, or planning for the future, Chanakya's wisdom encourages us to treat wealth with respect, not obsession. Use money as a tool for stability, growth, dignity, and service, and let wisdom guide every financial decision.